Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rachak Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And peace and blessings to all you Akim out there pushing this word with all truth and sincerity. And I want to go into a lesson, man. I was on a jog earlier. And, as I was jogging, I was listening to the Ancient of Days camp, the brothers out there in L.A. And, they was going into how, in this truth, man, we know the things that the nation of Israel going to receive. We know the promises. We know the blessings, man. You see, all these great things, the kingdom of heaven, new bodies, you see, having the law, statutes, and commandments put into our inward parts. We know all these things coming to us. But the point is, we have to fight for those things, man. And they went into an example of our forefather Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel. In order to receive his blessing, what he had to do, he had to fight for it, man. And he fought, he had to wrestle an angel. And spiritually, we doing the same thing today. We wrestling angels. We fighting against angels, but on what? On the left-hand side, man. You see? So those brothers went into that point, man, and as I was running, I'm running, listening to it, hey, and I'm starting to run faster because I was feeling it, man. We have to fight until the end, man. In order to receive the things we want to receive, we have to fight, man. Even in this world, Esau world, in order to be somebody, in order to receive the things you want to receive in this world, riches, what you got to do? You got to fight for that, man. You got to put in work. Yahushua was the greatest example, right? The Most High promised Yahushua everything. Put everything under Yahushua's feet, man. Whether it be in heaven, whether it be on earth, in the sea, animal, or people, man. Everything is under Yahushua's feet. But before Yahushua received that, what he had to do, he had to fight for it, man. He had to go through the worst death known to man. He had to get crucified, but he did it, man. He fought to the end. And what he said, the servant ain't greater than the master, right? So what you think we have to do? We have to fight for our blessing. We have to fight for our promises, man. We have to fight for salvation. You see? So that's what I want to go into a lesson on. I want to get this account of our forefather Jacob, man. And then go into how we doing the same thing spiritually. We fighting as well, man. We fighting against this world. We fighting against the system. We fight, well, not fighting against, you know what I mean. But hey, we fighting against, man, our flesh. We fighting against 2/3 of our own people and spiritual wickedness, which is those left-hand angels, man. But I'm gonna grab this not definition, but this account of our forefather Jacob. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. This is Genesis 32, and I start at 22. It says, and he is talking about our forefather Jacob, which his name was changed to Israel. And in this account is going to get why his name was changed to Israel. It says, and he rose up that night and took his 2 wives and his 2 women servants and his 11 sons and passed over the ford Jabbok. He took them and sent them over the brook and sent over that he had. And Jacob was left alone. So now he by himself, right? It says, and Jacob was left alone, and there, so while he was by himself, it says, and there wrestled a man with him. So he started wrestling this man. Now, this man that he was wrestling was an angel. You see? An angel, man. He got into it. Now remember that word wrestling. You feel me? Because that's the same thing we have to do for our blessing. Right? But it says, and Jacob was left alone, and there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day. So they was wrestling for a good little minute. And it says, and when he saw that he prevailed not against him, talking about the angels, when he saw that he couldn't just beat our forefather Jacob, this is what he did. It says, when he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh, and the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint. So he popped Jacob thigh out of joint, man. Pretty much his hip was dislocated. You see? So he was in pain while fighting this angel. Right? But watch what he do. It says, and the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint as he wrestled with him. So as he was wrestling, he was in pain. The same thing spiritually looking at that for us while we wrestling, while we battling in this world, trying to overcome this world. You see, while we fighting for our salvation, telling you we gonna go through pain, we gonna go through tribulations and trials, man. It ain't gonna feel good, but we have to do what? Keep fighting. You see? Hey, Yahushua, he was going through pain, but he kept fighting though. He kept going, man. Then he said, what? It is finished. It is finished, man. So we got to get to that point where we get beamed up and on that chariot like, man, it's finished. We did it and to the end. But let's continue with this story. It says, and as he wrestled with them, verse 26. And he said, this is the angel. And he said, let me go, for the day breaketh. So the angel's like, look, man, let me go, man. You know, I already done popped your thigh out of place, your hip out of place. And you still fighting me, man? Just let me go. Right? Watch what our forefathers say. And he said, let me go, for the day breaketh. And he said, so Jacob said, I will not let thee go, except thou bless me. Look, man, I'm not about to stop fighting you. I'm not about to stop wrestling with you, except you bless me, except you give me a blessing. I'm going to keep fighting until you bless me. The same mindset we have to have. I mean this when I say this, I'm speaking to myself first and foremost, man. Myself first and foremost, and Lord willing, because it ain't up to us, it's up to Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. We got to pray that we are those spirits who was chosen from the foundations of the world, those spirits whose mouths and spirits have no guile, man. That we worthy to keep fighting and enduring to the end until we receive our blessing, until we receive the new body, until we receive the promises, man. We got to hope that we continue to keep fighting and have that same mindset that he have. He said, I will not let thee go except thou bless me. Look, man, I'm going to keep fighting you until you give me a blessing. You feel me? It says, and he said unto him, what is thy name? So the angel's like, what is your name? And he said, Jacob. And he said, so the angel said, thy name shall no more be called Jacob, but Israel. For as a prince has thou power with the Most High Yahweh and with men, and has prevailed. So because Jacob didn't stop fighting, you see, because he kept fighting until he received this blessing, his name was changed from Jacob to Israel, was what? Yasha'Allah, prince of the power. He is a prince of the power. And that's what we hoping for. And it says, and he prevailed. We hoping to prevail. We hoping to overcome so we could be princes of the power again, man. So we could be sons of the power Yahweh again, man. So we can prevail, man. You see, be kings and priests to our power Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. That's what we fighting for until we receive our blessing. It says, and Jacob asked him and said, tell me, I pray thee, thy name. So he's like, Jacob's like, what's your name? And he said, wherefore is it that thou doest ask after my name? And he blessed them there. Jacob got that blessing, man. Jacob got that blessing. Why? Because he didn't stop fighting. So we going to receive our blessing if we don't stop fighting. If telling you, hey, Yahweh Shai said, he that endureth until the end, the same shall be saved. The same go get those blessings, man. But you have to endure until the end. And that our forefather did. And that Yahweh Shai did. He said, it is finished. Which means what? He was to the end of his road, man. Now look at him. He got everything that was promised to him, man. So if we continue to endure to the end, we're going to receive everything that's promised unto us. And it says, and Jacob called the name of the place Peniel, for I have seen the Most High face to face, and my life is preserved. And that's what we ultimately want, man, for our life to be preserved now and in the time of Jacob's trouble, and ultimately forever when we get those new bodies. We're going to live forever, man. That's what we're fighting for, to be preserved, to be called, to be the sons of Yahweh, man, in pure righteousness. You see? Hey, because ultimately, really, Jacob did it, but who allowed him to do it, man? The Most High allowed him to keep fighting, man. The same thing with us. The Most High going to allow us to keep fighting. The Most High was with him while he was fighting that angel, man. And this is the mindset that we have to have. Because the angel said, let me go. He said, I ain't letting you go until you bless me. Straight up. Straight up. You feel me? So, hey, this is the mindset we got to have right here in this truth. This Sirach 4. And in 28, it says, strive for the truth unto death. So we have to fight and believe, have faith in his word unto death. You feel me? Just like our forefather Jacob, he was fighting unto death, man, until he got that blessing. So we have to strive for the truth even unto death. And if we do strive for the truth unto death, it says, and Yahweh shall fight for thee. The Most High put the spirit on our forefather Jacob to continue to fight, man. To receive that blessing. Why? Because it was already written. So if it's already written for us, the Most High gonna put that spirit up on us to do it. He gonna He gonna fight for us if we strive for the truth unto death, man. Strive for Yahweh and Yahweh shine to death, and he gonna fight for us. Well, because the scriptures say this. And after this, I get to the point how we doing the same thing. We wrestling too. We fighting too for our blessings, man. But I'm going to grab this real quick. This 1 Corinthians 10 and 13. There have no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But the Most High is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able. So the Most High ain't going to put us through nothing that we can't handle. Telling you, our forefather Jacob, which his name was changed to Israel, he was able to handle that angel. It said the angel ain't prevail. You feel me? It said the angel didn't prevail, man. So he was able to do it. Yahweh Shai. He was able to go through that death. That's why he was chosen from the foundations of the world to be picked out to go through that, man. Because he was able to get through it. So the same thing with us. Whatever we go through, we are able to get through it. Why? It says, because the Most High is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. And think about our forefather. His shit was popped out of place, but he was able to bear that pain and keep fighting. Yahweh Shai. He got spit on, he got beat, he got whipped with the cat of nine tails. You see? Had to carry the cross. Then he had to get his nails put in his hands, you know, in his feet. A crown of thorns on his head, but he was able to bear it, and the Most High made a way for him, man. You see? So the same thing for us. Whatever we have to go through in our walk, in our fight, the Most High gonna make a way for us to endure unto the end, man, and overcome so we can receive our blessings, man. You see? Now I mentioned how our forefather Jacob fought against an angel, right? He wrestled an angel, right? The same thing we doing today, but spiritually, man. Right, let's snag this real quick to prove that. This is Ephesians 6, and I'll start at in 11. It says, put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Right? It says, for we, now remember what it said about our forefather Israel. When he was alone, it says, and there wrestled an angel or a man, right? Which was an angel. So here, right, in a place that's not our rest, what we doing? It says, for we wrestle, that word wrestle. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood. So we don't just go against niggas on a common board. 2/3 of our own people, scoffers, our own flesh, right? For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. We wrestling against angels, man, on the left-hand side, demons, man. You see? That's what we going against. The same thing our forefather wrestled an angel, we wrestling angels too, man. Hey, well, let's get that word wrestle real quick. I already had it pulled up. This is that word wrestle on a blue letter. And it's G3823, and it's Pala or Pale, and it says for wrestle, it says wrestling, a contest between two, in which each endeavors to throw the other. So that's what we doing. We trying to overcome wickedness, and what wickedness doing? Which is the spiritual demon Satan and his team, by his physical counterpart Esau Edom, the so-called white man on earth. They trying to come against us. So that's what we doing. We battling, man. You know, we trying to overcome. It says, but back for that definition, I'm going to get back to the scripture. It says wrestling, a contest between two, in which each endeavors to throw the other, and which is decided when the victor, so the one who win, right? When the victor is able to hold his opponent down with his hand upon his neck. Just like our forefather, he was able to hold that angel down. The angel's like, look, man, let me go. Israel said, I ain't let you go until you bless me. But yeah, man, the same thing. We fight for what we want. It says the term is transferred to the followers of Yahweh Shai's struggle with the power of evil, man. So we wrestling with the power of evil, the ways of this world, the people in this world, the demons, the wickedness in this world, man. Even our own flesh, our spirit is warring against our flesh. It's a constant battle. But just like that mindset of Israel, we can't stop fighting until we receive what we want, man, which is the promises, the blessings, man. salvation, everlasting life, new bodies, all that, all that, man. We got to keep fighting for what we want. And make sure that we don't what? Let it go. Just like our forefather. Let me snag this real quick. This is 1 Timothy 6:11. Because you know how the angel said what? Let me go, man. I already hurt you. You know, you already in pain. Just let me go. He said, no, not until you give him my blessings. The same mindset we have to have. Yahweh Shai ain't stop until he what? Receive what he had to receive. This is 1 Timothy 6:12. It says fight. Right? Fight. What's another word for fight? Wrestle, man. It says fight the good fight of faith. And that's what we fighting for. We fighting for things that we can't see, which is our blessings, our promises. And what is faith? The things, faith is, like it said in Hebrews 11, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So we fighting for the things that we don't see yet. We fighting for our belief, man. The things that we hope for. Salvation, new bodies, a kingdom, be perfect, law, statutes, commandments, in our inward parts. We fighting for these things. So the scriptures say, fight the good fight of faith. Lay hold on eternal life. Lay hold on it. Grab it and don't let it go, man. You see? Hey, what Yahweh Shai said in Revelation 2. Let's see. This Revelation 2:25. But that which ye have already, what do we have? The truth, man. This wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, our faith, our belief. You see? The confidence that we have in Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. So Yahweh Shai telling us, but that which ye have already, hold fast till I come. Hold that fast till he come. And when he come, we going to receive the things that we want, man. The things that was promised to us. Just like Jacob. He held on to the angel until the angel even said, man, let me go. He said, no, I ain't letting you go. So the same thing we have, well, it ain't even us. That's why we have to pray to Yahweh and Yahweh Shai that they allow us to hold fast on to it, man. That we got to pray to them that we was of that number whose spirits was chosen from the foundations of the world to have no guile in it, whose mouths will have no guile in it, man. So we got to hope that we are of the elect, man, because ultimately the elect going to hold fast. We have to pray that we are of that number, man. You see? That our story was to hold fast and endure to the end. Lay hold on this truth, man, and not let it go so we can receive what's promised, man. But let's get back to that 1 Corinthians 6:12. It says, fight the good fight of faith. Lay hold on eternal life, whereunto thou art also called and has professed a good profession before many witnesses, man. But the point is, it says we have to fight the good fight of faith. Put in that work. You know? Hey, scriptures say, make your calling and election sure, man. You know? And not just giving our bodies as a living sacrifice by going on the highways and hedges. You know? Not just pushing lessons, doing our videos. You know? Not just reading, but taking everything that we hear from brothers, watching brothers' videos. The things that we preach, ultimately, what's more important, we have to apply to ourselves. And I mean this when I say this, I'm speaking to myself first and foremost, man. You see? We have to use the things that we learn, to use the things that Yahweh and Yahweh Shai allow us to receive, which is the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. We have to hold on to that too, man. That also goes into making our calling and election sure. You know, it ain't just doing videos or, no, it's how we walking, how we living. You see? So in that day, we can be confident, knowing that we held on. Jacob was confident. Our forefather was confident. He said, no, I ain't letting you go. The angel had to say, all right, let's stop. No. So we have to, same thing with Esau. We got to go so hard that Esau just, man, all right, fuck it. We got to put them to a stop. We have to stop them because they ain't going to stop. So we have to have that same mindset, man. We can't stop. You know, and Lord willing, we don't, man. This is Hebrews 10. And I'll start at, let's see, 32. It says, but call to remembrance the former days, in which after ye were illuminated, right? After we came into this truth. So what we have to do when we come into this truth, receive the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. It says, after ye were illuminated, ye endured a great fight of afflictions. The things we're going through, we have to endure through these things of affliction, pain. Just like our forefather Israel, he went through that pain and kept fighting. We're going to go through afflictions, and we got to keep fighting, man. You see? We gonna lose jobs. We're going to lose cars. You know? We're going to lose women, children, pains in our body, infirmities, you know? All these different things, man. Rebuke. All these things we got to go through. We got to feel this. Yahweh Shai felt it. He said the servant ain't greater than the master. You know, look at all the servants of Yahweh. They had to go through something. The Most High said, when you come serve me, in Sirach 2, prepare your soul for temptation. Telling you we gonna go through shit. You know, but we have to keep fighting. That's the point. It says, ye endured a great fight of affliction, right? Verse 35, it says, cast not away therefore your confidence, which have great recompense of reward, man. Confidence. We have to be confident while we fighting with the pain. You see? Hey, I just popped into my head Rocky, on the movie Rocky Balboa. He damn near every fight he was bloody, eye fat, lip bust, in pain. But what he kept doing, kept getting up and fighting, man. You see? They was about to throwing a towel on his ass. He was like, nah, he kept fighting and he won. He overcame the same thing because he was confident. Our forefather Israel, he was confident even through the pain. So we have to be confident through our pain. It says, cast not therefore away your confidence, which have a great recompense of reward. Right, and we're going to receive a great reward, which is our blessings and our promises, man. Hey, what our forefathers said, I ain't going to let you go until you bless me. It says, for ye have need of patience, that shall after you have done the will of the Most High. So after we fought that good fight, it says ye might receive the promises. Key word, might. Might. Telling you what, we have to endure, man. We have to endure. Because I'm saying we, because I have to endure too. We don't know who the elect are, man. We got to hope and pray that we are and endure. And if we do, we're going to receive the promises that we won't. Just like Israel, and I'm keep mentioning him because that's the whole point of it, man. How far are we willing to go to receive our promises? How far are we willing to go to receive our blessings? It says, for yet a little while, and he that shall come will come and will not tarry. It's talking about Yahushua. He gonna come. Our blessings gonna come. It says, now the just shall live by faith, but any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him. Think about that. Israel, when he was fighting the angel, he had faith. Because when the angel said, let me go, he could have said, all right, Khan, and let him go. Then what? You gave up. He gave up. He wouldn't have, come on, man. He didn't let him go, though. It says, if any man draw back, he didn't draw back. He didn't stop. So for us, if anybody stop, not able to continue to build, you know, once they come into the truth, it says, my soul shall have no pleasure in them. The Most High wouldn't have been pleased with Israel stopping. Think about Yahushua. If Yahushua would have got punched, spit on, hit with the cat of nine tails, if he would have called the 12 legions like he said, then what? We wouldn't even be here. If they would have stopped, they wouldn't have received the blessings. So if we stop, guess what? The Most High ain't gonna have no pleasure in us. We ain't gonna receive that. We gonna get fire, man, and we don't want that. You feel me? We don't want that, man. It says, this the point. Well, not the point, but we are not of them who draw back unto perdition. So we ain't of them. We ain't of them, man. It says, but of them that believe to the saving of the soul. And Lord willing, we keep our belief. Lord willing, we are of them that believe to the saving of our soul. Lord willing, we are of them who continue to fight unto the end for that blessing. Right? I ended off of this. This is 2 Timothy. Because like I said, we got to have that confidence, man. Cast not away our confidence, man. We have to know that we put all that we had to put into this thing, man. You know, to overcome, to win. Right? Let's get this from Apostle Paul. Now, I ended this 2 Timothy 4:5. It says, but watch thou in all things. Endure affliction. There I go again. Endure affliction. Endure this fight. Endure the pain. It says, do the working of evangelists. Make full proof of thy ministry. Make our calling and election sure. It says, for I am now ready to be offered, and the time of my departure is at hand. Now, Apostle Paul, he knew he had to do what he knew he did what he had to do. He said he was ready to be offered, telling you what? Like we got earlier. He strove for the truth unto death. He was ready. He was ready. It says, this the point. I have fought a good fight. He knew he fought a good fight. He knew he gave it all what he had to do. You see? It says, I have finished my course. He finished. Just like Yahushua said, it is finished. It's finished. It says, I have kept the faith. I'm going to read that again. I have fought the good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith. And because he did that, this is what he going to receive. Henceforth, there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which the Lord Yahushua, the righteous judge, shall give me at that day. And not to me only, but unto them also that love his appearing, man. And we got to pray up that we of them also who love his appearing, man, that receive that crown. Just like our forefather received this blessing, just like Yahawashi received everything put under him, we trying to receive that crown. And if we do receive that crown, the scripture saying Romans 8, we join heirs with Mashiach, man. We gonna receive that too. That's what we fighting for. But you have to do this, and I ended off with this. It's Matthew 24. We can't let go. Just like Jacob, the angel said, let me go. He said, no. We can't let go of our faith. We can't let go of our confidence. We can't let go of the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Yahawashi said, hold fast till he come. It's Matthew 24. And I end it in 13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Like it's saying to the fat lady sing, man. Until his goose eggs on the clock. Till Yahawashi and the angels crack the skies, man. That's when we have to endure unto the end. You know? So, man, you know, I just want to go into that. Hey, the question that I asked myself. How far am I willing to go to receive this blessing? And Lord willing is all the way into the end, man. To be found a faithful and wise servant of Yahweh and Yahawashi, you see? So, hey, how far are we willing to go to receive our blessings, man? We have to fight into the end. Even through the pain, you see? So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh. By Hashem Yahawashi, by Hashem Chakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. And peace and blessings to all you Akim out there pushing this word with our truth and sincerity. And with that, Shalom.